There are a lot of elements that combine to make a beautiful home, but first and foremost is landscaping. Great landscaping can not only improve the appearance of a home, it can also increase the value. Landscaping like this. But to create something like this, you need a great landscaping designer like the one who actually created this, the Done Right Landscaping and Construction Company of Saugus. To learn more about how they come up with concepts like this, we sat down for a conversation with the company's owner, Bruce Aleo. Bruce, give me a description of Done Right Landscaping. What is this company really all about?
Well, what we do is we specialize in landscape design. A big part of our business is construction. We do a lot of construction such as walls, walkways, patios. We come in and we design the outside of the property completely. Not just the plants, not just trees, and not just lawns. We pretty much do everything. So we take care of where the walls go, where the patios go, the walkways, driveways. Pretty much if it's outdoors, we do it. And what we do is we go into someone's home and we give them a low maintenance design, because we're not large on maintenance. We're large on landscape design. So we come in and we try to make it less maintenance for you, so you don't have to constantly keep up with the de-weeding or the hedge trimming. We put in very low maintenance plants, trees, shrubs, things that don't grow as fast as most landscapers will come in and throw in bushes that are going to grow really fast so they can come back to your house and make money, because their livelihood depends on it. They thrive on maintenance. We don't. So what we do is we come in and try to work with the customer and give them a design that's going to be less maintenance for them, pretty much peace of mind.
From your perspective, what is the real key to making a lawn low maintenance?
Well, the key is to have, the more beds you have, the less maintenance you're going to have with the grass, because grass is constant maintenance. So you're always going to have a lot of maintenance. If you have grass, you have to mow it constantly. You have to treat it with chemicals and fertilizers and insect control. And if you have less grass, then you have less maintenance. And what we do is we create beds and try to make everything blend so it works, so it's balanced. And in the beds that we do, we use commercial edging such as aluminum edgings, cobblestones. We always use commercial fabric, landscape fabric, so you don't get weeds coming up through the mulch or through the crushed stone, yet you still do get drainage. So the plants do get the nutrients that they need.
Explain to me how you come up with these intricate designs that you're really so renowned for creating.
When I go to somebody's property, I look at their property and I don't see what it is. I see what it could be. I ask them what they want to do with it, if they're going to use it for, if there's going to be children playing there, or if it's going to be used for, their employees. Whatever they're going to be doing with it, I try to make it work for them. And that's pretty much when I come up with my design. The second I look at something, I can see something that nobody else can see. And from there on in, that's when the design starts. And when I start the job, I walk around the property with the customer. I tell them what will look best where the trees will look best, where walkways will look best, what will work for them. And usually if they're calling me, they love stone. They want some stone, they like the way it looks, they've seen our work, and they want us to do the same thing, something similar at their home or property. And so when I go to their property, what I do is I look for the areas that stone will look best and will be less to maintain.
Bruce, who is it that primarily uses your services? Who are your customers?
We do commercial, residential, industrial. We pretty much do anyone who needs landscaping on their property.
And you'll take a property from scratch and yes, design the landscaping for it?
Yes, we do new developments, we do new homes, new construction, or we go into homes that have overgrown shrubbery and bushes and plants, and we pretty much do a gut out. We rip out everything they have and redesign it.
And you do a lot of parks like this. This is really, where are we now? Tell me where we are.
Right now we're in the corner of Walnut Street and Water Street in Saugus.
And you do a lot of areas for this city, kind of like where we are right now, don't you?
Well, the town manager called me and he asked me if I could help them out, that they wanted to dress up this piece of property. And he said it had a lot of potential, but they didn't have the funds to design it, and they didn't know where to start. This was pretty much just a weed-infested area, piece of property that nobody did anything with, nobody used, and it is a main intersection for coming through. Many towns come through this intersection to go through Saugus to get to Route 1, which is a main intersection as well.
You know, I know you did this on your own at obviously some considerable expense. Why'd you do it?
Well, I did it to help the town. And nobody ever loses by helping, because I mean the work that I did here paid off 10 times fold, because the town, everyone who lives in the town, all the town people always call town hall, and they even call my company. They drive by sometimes while we're out here working, and they yell out, "Thank you, the place looks great." They show appreciation. So you never lose when you help somebody else.
Well, Done Right Landscaping has done a wonderful service to the town of Saugus. He's redesigned our islands and, throughout the community at both entrances to the town from neighboring communities. Bruce has done plantings and trees and just created a totally new environment, and it's the first thing that people see when they enter our community. He's donated his time, his services, his resources, and in times of fiscal crisis that the cities and towns are now facing, it's a very nice and wonderful contribution to the community, and we're very appreciative of what he's done.
And you've done this at other town properties, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Actually, I do pretty much almost the whole town of Saugus. I do all their rotaries, I do their Main Street islands, and I do Central Street, Seville Street, and it went from one to the other, and it just expanded.
Let me ask you something. What do you get out of this personally?
Peace of mind, satisfaction, and I also, I do get business. People do call me because they can see my work. Rather than me tell them what I do, they can see what I do. It's like a display.
I know one of the jobs you did that you're really proud about was the job at MIT. Tell me about it.
Approximately 2 weeks after I was completely done with this island, I received a call from MIT. And they called me up saying that they saw my work and that they wanted me to come in and design their courtyard. And that I don't have to bid against anybody, I have the job, because they saw what I could do to their building, to their property. Because what they wanted was a piece of property that nobody was using, and it was pretty much just grass wall to wall, grass and weeds. What we did is we created walkways from one entranceway to the other entranceway. We put in patios so all the professors and the students could come out. They put tables on them so that they come out and eat lunch during lunch break and pretty much enjoy the property that was not being utilized, and it was going to waste.
Turned out to be a pretty big job, didn't it?
Yes, it was very big.
What about the team you have? I gather you got a lot of guys who've been with you quite a while, right?
We have multiple crews that go out on job sites, and they're all trained, they're certified, and they've been with me a long time, so they're experienced in what they do.
And do you train them all in how you want the jobs done?
Yes, I train everybody. I train them all to be perfectionists, even if they aren't, because it wouldn't work if they weren't.
You know, one thing that's really impressive about your team is your trucks. They have a very unique look. They're great.
Thank you very much. I believe that when you pull up to somebody's home, first impression is everything. And that's why the trucks I have, I like to keep always clean and neat, and they do work. The appearance is everything. First impression is everything.
Tell me something. Do you like what you do?
I love what I do. I love it. And what I do isn't work. It's like play, because I enjoy what I do. I mean, like I said, I do my work with passion. So when I do my work, I get satisfaction. When I'm done, it's not even about the money, it's about the job, the appearance of the job, and that's the satisfaction, the quality.
And so there you are, the inside story of an extraordinary landscaping designer who has great passion for what he does. The Done Right Landscaping and Construction Company. I'm Doug Llewellyn, reporting from Saugus.